So, I don't know. Can you see Jack? He's walking to go get a pizza. There's a place in Muskogee, a Quick Trip, that you can get pizza on food stamps. And we got our food stamps today, so we're treating ourselves to a pizza tonight. I am starving. So, I'm glad he's going. And we just got back from the library. I stayed there all day because he worked today. And it feels nice outside, even though they're saying that a storm may be coming around 8 o'clock this evening. And it is now, 6:38 p.m. Today is my mother's birthday. She passed away a few years ago. I want to say happy birthday to my mom. Miss you. I love you. I'm thinking about you today. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a pond over there. It's real pretty. And some people fish there, but you know, I wouldn't. There's koi in there. And I've seen some other little fish, maybe perch, but I wouldn't eat the fish out of this pond I've never seen anybody catch anything ever in this pond, and I've seen a lot of people fish it. Over that way, there's tennis courts, the swimming pool, little kiddie playground, such and such. It's a nice little park. Spend a lot of time here, actually. I just wanted to check in today and say hello. Dream loves you. Spirit loves you. And God loves you. It's time to eat, y'all. About 20 minutes. All right, bye-bye. I wonder who the other people are on the board. Who are the other board members? Because I know of two. I think I know of two. I know that Pastor Steve is one.
I didn't even know he was on the board.
And there's another preacher that has another church that people go to on Monday nights. And on Sundays there. They encourage you to go to church, obviously. And they have several that come. They send their
vans. I'm going to include in there about what about you letting that guy and that woman sleep together. I'm going to put that down too. You know. Sure. And say then when I said something, they said it was just hearsay. Yeah. And I told Judge Ed, I said all they got to do is run the camera back and they can see what she was doing.
Yeah.
And I knew when they went to Stacy's, that's what Stacy'd say. It's hearsay.
Yeah, I mean, if Stacy didn't see it with her own eyes and hear it from her crew, why is she going to believe somebody that just comes over for her?
She said, why does he even say anything? He's not a guest here no more.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? If you're not a guest there, you have no say-so. They're not listening to you. They're not listening to the people they turned out into the streets, and especially the crazy people who they can't take care of there, who they're not capable of taking care of there. And they end up out here. And veterans, I've seen more veterans out on the street here than I've seen in my life. And I grew up in Oklahoma City, where there are a lot of homeless people. But very rarely do you see a veteran because they take care of their veterans in Oklahoma City. I've never seen this kind of treatment to people before. Isn't George a veteran?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he should be sitting on that bench over there.
So is Kenny.
There's no way he should be sitting on the bench or Kenny being up in that up in that GRM. There's no way that they should be having to do that. We're supposed to be taking care of the ones that served us.
See, Kenny
They spent
said
their time.
he was there a long time ago. Him and his son both.
They did their
Years
time.
ago.
Our taxes should be taking care of them. Period. And instead, what are we taking care of? GRM. And they can say they're not federally funded all they want, but a little bit of research, and I bet you anything you find that they're federally funded. A little bit of research.
They'd have to. 'Cause you wonder what they're getting
You'd have to
money
be. First off, they get all of the food that they give to the homeless people there. And they are homeless. I don't care if they're staying in that shelter or not. They're homeless. All of the food is expired. All of it. When they get it, it's expired. When they serve it to us, it's expired plus 2 or 3 days or more. Pizza gets cooked 3 or 4 times a week. The same pizza. And by the end of it, you're eating fucking cardboard slabs. And they're like, don't complain. You know, God gave you that meal. Guys, I want you to know, all 4 of us joined a fucking cult. We joined a cult. I met y'all in a cult.
Well, you know, can't really always control where you end up
No,
in
you
life.
can't control anywhere you go in life, period. You don't control that. It's-
But I'm glad I met you guys.
well, we're glad,
Seriously.
we're glad we met you too.
We
You
may
guys
not-
are good people. You're probably the only friends that I really have outside. You guys, Mark, George,
Out of
I consider you guys
out of
friends.
everybody-
Justin.
Out of everybody that we met in here, y'all are the only 2.
I might be a complete fucking goofball.
You're a goofball, but you're
Yeah.
awesome too. I like spending time with you guys. I know we're forced to be out here, but at the same time, I guess I wouldn't rather be with anybody else. You guys are pretty awesome,
So, yeah, I'll respect that.
right?
Try to be.
We all got our reasons for being on the street, but that place is no way to get out of
You know,
out of that
it's
situation.
hard-
It makes it worse.
it's
I
hard
went in
for-
there in a pretty good situation, and then now look at me. I was not in a terrible situation, but once I got there, it all went downhill.
It's hard for me to be out here, but I try to stay happy every day. You know.
That's what you
keep my
got to
head
do.
up and, like he said, he told me in a text last night, if it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be out here.
I know. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be. And but GRM is the one that facilitated that. They made it absolutely imperative that I not stay there.
It's like they have no respect for anybody.
They got respect for one thing. And that's what greases the goddamn cogs, okay? Money, honey. That's what they respect. They don't respect people, they respect money. And that's why I'm talking about board members. That's why I want to go above the heads of the people that are... Look, the people out on the streets have made a difference before by getting rid of the psychopath that was running
I
the
bet it's
place.
some of them church members that are on there.
I know one of them for sure is Pastor Steve. But I'm not sure about... I think the other preacher is too. And if Daniel's smart, he'll want to be. But it's going out of business. It's not going to last forever. You've seen what they feed people, how they treat people. It's not going to last. There are more people on the street now that, like, if they would just do the thing that they said that they're going to do, it would just help.
Just like me and him went. in
If
the
they're
kitchen,
doing that.
we could find food to serve them. Half time they don't even make sandwiches in the morning. There ain't nothing to fix. There's food in there they can find to fix. They
Of
just
course.
Too lazy. Don't want to do it.
Right, so we eat rice again.
How many times did y'all not have food? Me and him worked in there.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember.
We
But
always
I,
had
but I understand. Here's the thing. Even back then, eating every day, I was like, this is terrible. And it's not your fault. You're given what you've got, and that's what you've got to use. And I understand the parameters. Like, I don't blame you guys. This is the food they give you to give us.
Somebody wanted biscuits and gravy. We fixed a whole
So
pan of
easy.
gravy that one. Christian didn't want to serve it after we made it. So we had to throw all that gravy out, and everybody's disappointed. And
Just
biscuits, too.
wasted.
He said, no, we don't. We'll just start pancakes.
$80 stuff.
That big old pot.
It just doesn't make any sense. And they're so wasteful. And this is the strangest thing. I watch all of these donations come into that place. And I've always thought this was shady as fuck.
He went Tucker.
And then they pack it all back out into somebody else's car and they drive off with it. Some lady in a truck. And this happens weekly. We get a big donation at the the Jesus place, and then they pass it out to somebody else too. But they're giving them all of the meats, all of the things that they could really use at the mission. They give it away.
Their guests should
And
come first.
the staff takes it home. They've admitted it and said, "Oh, our freezers are full. We've got more than we can handle. That's why we give it away." Then why do the people at the mission eat the way they do or have to eat the way they do if you're just giving it away? You're rubbing it in our face. I've got pictures of every meal, and this recording is going to be like, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to put all of the pictures of all the food. I took a picture of every meal I ever ate at GRM. Every meal.
What we all need to do is really just stick it to them.
I'm just telling the truth about my experience and sharing that with people, because that's important.
Did you get a picture of all the mold on the tiles?
Honey, I didn't have time to do any of that. They kept me so busy, my head was fucking spinning. I spent weeks on that desk, learning that desk and doing everybody's job on that desk, and then enforcing the rules when I just shouldn't have had to, put in leadership positions that I didn't want, having to mentor and be a mentee, which I didn't want. I don't need people to tell me how to live.
That's just like them old man saying that.
Their system doesn't work. Look, I've been educated. 15 years of education. What do you have that you can teach me? Anything that I haven't already learned out of my own at 48 years old. I don't need a babysitter. I don't need somebody ruling every second of my life and telling me everything that I need to do. And I mean everything. When I can shit and shower and shave. And that's a fucking cult. That's doing it my way or else. This is the reason why that petty shit about my name pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's because do as I say. Period. And if you don't, this is the consequence. Well, guess what? I don't care about your consequences.
It's like Jill
What
met
can
everybody.
you do? What you already did it to me. What can you do to me now?
Like Jill met everybody at the door last night before we even got in. If I don't sign your name tonight legibly, you ain't gonna stay here.
There's a rule for how you breathe and fart in that room,
Yep.
bro. You've lived in overflow at night. How long now? On and off, because you guys went somewhere else and came back.
We got kicked out that week.
But you never have been back in the mission since then.
No, I think that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not as a guest. They still won't let y'all in. Why?
They'll let me in. They won't let him in until he gets clean.
Because of weed. They should give him the same grace period they give everybody, at least 30 days.
And they knew when we got here it's in his system because he told me.
That means in 30 days, out 30 days, in 30 days, out 30
And
days.
it says 1 to 3 months out of your
And that's
system.
torture.
And Sean said, "Oh no, it's only 30 days. Read online how long it takes to get out of your system."
Depends how much you smoke.
So the way I smoke, I make Snoop Dogg look bad.
You
the way I smoke.
overdose daily.
Yeah. Hey, y'all feel like we're going to walk with him to near 44 next spot?
Yeah.
I'm not walking anywhere. Jack's got the card.
24 hours Dr. Pepper. I'll stay here with her. Y'all can walk if y'all feel like walking.
Because I need a drink.
If you trust me with your card, give me your card and your
Of course, I trust you with my card.
That way he don't have to walk either. I know he's tired.
I'm not too enthusiastic about walking.
24 hours, 24
Or with your pen.